to play. So explain to the people what Cuomo has, what his intentions are.
His intentions is to either enslave a good majority of our future, extinguish or incarcerate the other majority of our young men to elders, and give everybody else the fix. You understand? Um, it's weird and it's tiring for me, and again, it's disheartening because I've been speaking about this stuff for years, many years, and the most important group never gets spoken to, and they the ones who don't get it, and they're the ones who are being targeted. They are the ones who are really the focus because they the ones who drive not only the economy but the policy making for these individuals who continue to wreak havoc upon our lives. Because there's one thing for them to speak to you, it's one thing for them to say your name, but in the same token, it's another thing when you don't hear your name called, when they're not speaking to you. That means whatever is in play, you are on the other side of that play. And if you're on the other side of that play, that means it's for you. You can be in your spiritual space, you can be in certain economic spaces, but what our people have to understand is that this is war and politics. When you're under this institution, if you don't understand war and politics, you just a casualty. You just a victim of somebody else's truth. And the play's in effect, baby. It's in effect.
So this plan that they putting together, what role is it? I would never say them coming to get us is warranted, but what role are we playing to where they like, okay, y'all want to play like that? Well, we gonna do this. What role are we playing in our demise, basically?
It depends on where you sit at in the week.
Okay.
One, you're ignorant. If you're ignorant to what is going on, which means you have no knowledge of what's going on, then they don't care about you. You're not a concern. If you are in the mix and on the other side, right, the active, they're in the street, and you don't know, your role is to become the feeder. Your role is to become the victim, i.e., in the graveyard, or i.e., underemployed, or i.e., incarcerated. Space that he spoke on was gun violence. This is what he spoke on. And the language that he stated, right? I want to make sure I get this correct. Because, of course, I keep certain things under cap coded language. He said it is a disaster emergency on gun violence that he's calling. So when they use something like disaster emergency, and let us not be fooled, he is not a local politician. This is the head of New York State. This is the governor of the state, which means that's at a higher level. All of that is in it. But he made a specific charge to NYC, and the majority of the people who were in the audience are people who were elected officials from NYC.